Hey my beautiful Scorpio peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your November 2022 tarot reading. How are you? I hope y'all are well. It is the Scorpio season, so I want to say happy birthday to you and happy Scorpio season. I hope we're looking towards a fantastic one. And without a further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into it and we shall see what is up for the Scorpio, baby. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. That was a horrible shuffle. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout November 2022. What information do we got coming on in here, please, for the zodiac signs of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout their November 2022. All right, Team Scorpio, let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we start out here with the Temperance. Sagittarius energy is coming up here for you. You could be connecting with a Sagittarian potentially, or you might have Sagittarian somewhere specific in your chart. So Temperance card here for the overall energy. Seems like things are really freaking healthy. And I like that for you right off the bat, because Temperance card is the balancing of your energies, feeling incredibly balanced, more specifically on an emotional level, but it could resonate towards just feeling like you're in a balanced place in your life. Some of you guys could have a balanced diet. Maybe you have a really balanced and healthy relationship that you've been dealing with lately, romantic or not, but something in your life is going well. It's like everything seems balanced and it's good. So there's something specific here going incredibly well for you. Happy to see it. Jumping on into your current situation, we have the Star, the Three of Cups, hello, oh yeah, and then we also got here the Nine of Wands. Okay, so everything's wonderful, everything's great, but it sucks that I can't be open about it, because if I was, somebody would pour their haterade all over it. So that's how it kind of feels, Scorpio. You are enjoying your life, but your life's been very low key, and it's been low key probably because there's somebody who doesn't have the greatest intentions, or somebody that's lurking in the shadows, a little gremlin, if you will, that's not entirely happy with you. And I think that with all that being said, that's why you keep your happiness so low key, because you don't want the specific person to crap on it. You know, you don't want the specific person to try to sabotage that happiness that you have. So you're dealing with a case of the gremlin, and the gremlin chases you. The gremlin looks at your social media, you know, talks about you, wonders about what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, but it comes out of a format of them wishing they could still be in your life. And because they're salty and unhappy that they're not in your life anymore, Scorpio, that's why they can't bear to see you happy if they're not the one providing that happiness. So you're connecting with a very interesting energy for sure. So I'm glad, though, ultimately, right, that things in your life here are going very well. You have the Star card. It's like dreams coming true type of energy. Things are really aligning for you. Maybe a job you've always wanted has finally opened up for you and it's starting to work out and starting to be amazing. Maybe a relationship happened and you're really starting to fall in love with this person and things are great. Maybe just, you know, life's been good for you overall, whatever the case might be. You're having a good time. You're enjoying it. But there is that downside of, like, it sucks that I can't just live my life in peace because I have to move secretly and I have to move low key, because there's always this worry in the back of my mind that there's that gremlin lurking in the shadows who's ready to just shit all over my happiness, you know? So that's a pretty intense energy to deal with, and it sucks when we have to deal with people like this. So let's go ahead and go a little bit further into the reading here for you, and hopefully we can provide the best messages as possible, okay? So moving along here forward for you, Scorpio, let's see how you're going to be dealing with your current situation. So how you're going to be dealing with it, we have here the Empress. Moving forward from that, we have the Five of Wands. And lastly here for you, we have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like immediately for you, Scorpio, you're paying this person no mind. You're kind of doing everything you can in your power to just ignore them and to just enjoy what's right in front of you. Five of Wands, they're not worth the struggle. Ace of Wands over here, my life's in a good place. I'm having a great new beginning. I'm having a great journey. I want to keep my attention focused on it as much as possible. So even if you can see in the Ace of Wands over here, you know, this woman, right? She's very focused on the staff. She's very focused on the Ace of Wands. So that's kind of depicting you. It's like, I'm very, very focused on my own life right now. I'm not worrying about what the gremlin is doing, okay? Even though the gremlin's worried about what I'm doing, I'm not worried about what they're doing, right? So I'm doing everything I can to be focused up on me and and to grow and to have a beautiful freaking life. And what I love so much about the Empress, right? It's a massive card of growth. It's a massive card of beauty. But it's also this energy too, though, of not only beauty on the outside, but beauty on the inside as well. So I feel like for many of you, this is representing that you're finding happiness within yourself. You're recognizing that, happiness doesn't always have to come from the form of external things. Happiness can come from me just simply being content with who I am, loving who I am, appreciating myself deeply. And because you are now starting to find that happiness within you, it really makes all the difference in your life. So this is really awesome. Like I mentioned, you're not paying the gremlin no mind. My life is what I'm focusing up on. Okay, very good. Moving along here forward. Excuse me. Let's have a look here and see what will be potentially coming in here for you throughout the month of November. So what is potentially coming in here for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout November 2022. Having a look at the first card out, we have the Queen of Swords. Moving along to the next card for you, there's going to be a Page of Swords. Yep. And lastly for you, there's going to be the Magician. Oh, Scorpio. So I feel like you're going to get to a point here where you kind of like, it could go either way. You could either be indirectly approaching this salty person of the past, or the gremlin, as I've been calling this individual, or you could directly confront them. So there's one or two ways this is going to happen, but overall I see confrontation happening. So what I mean by this confrontation is you're going to show this individual, you don't have control over my life anymore. You don't have authority over me. You can't make me unhappy. You can't drag my happiness down no matter how hard you want to try to. I think that that's what it's really going to come down to here for you. And I'm so fucking happy to see that for you, Scorpio. I'm so happy because I've been in situations where I've dealt with specific people in my life personally that wanted to drag me down. And then I got in that same energy you're in right now where I had to keep my happiness a secret and I had to move low key because I just didn't want them throwing their haterade all over me. And then I learned The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. By the way, really fantastic book for anybody who wants to read. I don't really enjoy reading, but it's a good read for anybody who wants to. So when you get in that energy of having just the subtle art of not giving a fuck, the person has no power. And that is exactly what I'm seeing coming in here for you. So I feel that jumping into your month here, Scorpio, what's going to be coming in here for you is you're going to get into this vibration where it's like, you know what? Why, excuse me, should I have to hide my happiness? Why should I have to keep everything to myself and to my inner circle of people that I love and care about? Why can't I just express myself and enjoy life? And why should I even fear about this person? Screw it. I don't care if they're unhappy that I'm happy. I don't care if they're unhappy that I'm happy and it's not coming from them, period. I deserve this happiness just as much as anybody else. And if they want to shit on it, they can try. But guess what? I have the power whether or not to let it get to me. So you're reclaiming your power here, Scorpio. Queen of Swords here, Page of Swords. I feel like there's going to be some sort of confrontation where you end up showing this person that you just don't care. It's like, do anything you want, be manipulative, be upset, say negative things, trash my happiness, do what you want to do, but it's not going to get to me because no longer will you have the power. So as I previously mentioned, some of you may directly say this to the person you're dealing with, or this could potentially be one of these situations where maybe you indirectly show them. All right. So that could be by ignoring them, subtweeting them on Twitter, who knows? It could be in a multitude of ways, Scorpio. But yeah, Magician card. It's like, I'm showing up for me. The Magician represents manifestation, but it also represents having the tools that you need. And you're realizing, Scorpio, as long as I'm happy in my life, and as long as I'm happy within myself, I have all the tools I need to live a happy life. Okay. So with that being said, this person can't interfere. They don't have the power. So I feel like you're asserting your dominance. You're getting your authority back over your life. Because for a while, it kind of felt like this person here just had the ability to trigger you, to upset you. And they loved that they could do that. I think it really comes from the premise that, and I touched on this briefly in the beginning of the video, I think it comes from the premise that whoever you're connecting with, that you're trying to leave in the past and whatnot, they only want to see you happy when they're the ones providing it. Maybe it's a jealous ex. Maybe it's a jealous ex best friend. Maybe it was just a friend you had in your past, whoever. Sometimes this could be family related too. Sometimes there could be parents that are unhappy. You see it in life, believe it or not, where parents get unhappy with the romantic partners you have because those romantic partners start to get more attention and then the parent feels neglected, and that, type of energy could happen as well. So that might be some of your stories too. But overall here, Scorps, it's like, listen, At the end of the day, my happiness is not even decided anymore from any external factors. The good shit I have in my life is great. I'm happy I have it. But my happiness is solely determined by me now. And that's the beauty of it all, All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and move forward into your reading here. We're going to take a look here and see if there's anything you're not aware about that you should be aware about throughout November 2022. So let's go ahead and get some information on that. Is there anything going on here for Scorpio that they're currently not aware about that they should be aware about throughout November 2022? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Having a look here at the first card out, we do have the Two of Cups. Moving along into the next card for you, we have the King of Pentacles. And then looking at the last one for you, we have the Two of Swords. So Two of Cups, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords. I really feel like if this isn't talking about the person of the past who's salty, this could be talking about other people in your life potentially with the judgments that they have about the way you're choosing to live your life. Why does everyone feel so judgy, Scorpio? Really? That's like what I keep getting. And I think that's another massive reason why you're moving low key, even if we're not just talking about the gremlin for a second, the person of the past. It seems like if it's not just that individual, maybe there's multiple people, but you're just like, why is everybody so judgy lately? Why is everybody so worried about my life? Why is everybody in my business? Why does everybody care? So you're kind of in that space, Scorpio, where it made you keep your life on the down low for so long and your happiness low key for so long because it's like, I'm tired of people being in my business. Yep, totally get that. That's one of the biggest, nuisances and annoyances for sure. So Two of Cups here, King of Pentacles, it's like you're out here living your best life, but people aren't so sure. It's almost like people will see you happy, but then they wonder if you're really happy or not. Like I see people having a hard time believing it, or having a hard time believing that you're in a good space for some reason. And I think it's because individuals that are doing this to you, Scorpio, these are individuals that are projecting. Remember, if somebody cannot see something happen for themselves, they're going to have a hard time seeing it happen for other people. For example, I've shared this story tons of times on my YouTube channel about, becoming a YouTuber, right? For years, like ever since I was 12 years old, I was like, YouTube, it's going to be my job one day. I'm going to make it happen. Didn't know what I was going to do on YouTube at all, but I always knew this is what was going to happen for me and this is what I wanted, right? And everybody doubted it. They were like, nope, it's not going to happen for you, dude. You got to get really lucky and you're just not that lucky. It's like 1 in a million. Like 1 in a million, you'll be a YouTuber and that'll be your job. And I always told people, okay. And when I actually ended up becoming a YouTuber and started to grow and started to become more successful, those people who doubted me, they were like, whoa, I didn't expect that. Good for you. And I was like, well, I did. And you know why I did? Because I believed in myself. And it's interesting because people will never believe in your ability to have something or to do something unless they can see themselves doing it. And because those individuals who doubted me could not see themselves doing what I wanted to do, they instantaneously denied me, shut me down, and invalidated my own dreams. So that is pretty similar to what this situation entails. Maybe there's people in your life that see great things happening for you, Scorpio, and the reason why they kind of throw shade or shady about it is because they just can't see themselves having it in their own life. And when people project, that's exactly how it comes across. So you might not be aware of why certain people in your life are being so shady. I think that's what it's talking about more so. If you're noticing people in your life are shady, Scorpio, or they're just like throwing this like negative energy at you when it comes towards your own happiness and you're like, I don't know why they're acting that way. Chances are it's because you have something that they want, and because they feel that they can't have it for themselves, they get upset and they throw shade, and it doesn't make it right, but that's the reasoning behind it. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Either way, though, the great thing about this month that's going to happen for you is that despite the shade from other people and, whoever the specific person is we talked about, who's not happy that you're happy, yada, 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 you're going to get to a point this month where it's like, I just don't care anymore. You're going to start giving zero fucks. And giving zero fucks is a beautiful feeling because when you have no fucks to give, nobody has power. All right. So you're going to get into a space where it's like, I don't even need to live my life low key anymore. I don't need to hide my happiness anymore because nobody has the power to make me unhappy if I'm happy within myself and if I have what I have. So they can try their hardest, but I'm not letting anybody's bitterness or miserable energy get to me. Okay? All right, Scorpio. Beautiful. Moving along forward, let's see where this is going to be going. So where are things going to end up going here throughout the rest of November 2022? Let's see what my beautiful Scorpio peeps could expect throughout the rest of their November. What energies can they expect going forward? First card out, what do we have? And we have here the 10 of Wands. Moving along to the next card, we have the Hanged Man. Moving along, we also have here the 10 of Cups. And lastly for you, we do have the 7 of Swords. So pretty interesting card lineup coming out here for you. Taking a look here at what you can expect going forward. 10 of Wands here to the Hanged Man card. Now, 10 of Wands typically resonates feeling incredibly burdened or clouded by a lot of burdens. And the Hanged Man card could represent feeling stuck or feeling trapped, but it also could represent becoming enlightened to something. So I feel like for many of you Scorpios, the big thing here that many of you can expect going forward throughout November is you're starting to become enlightened and aware to the situations you've dealt with and the pain you've experienced and the misery you've dealt with. I think many of you are starting to realize misery really does love company, and miserable people found their way to me, and I wasn't in a space where I was aware of that. And considering that they wanted my company, a lot of people in my life did project their misery onto me, and unfortunately, I suffered with it. But I'm realizing that all these burdens I carry, they weren't even my burdens. They were the burdens of other people. And now that you can acknowledge that, you can set yourself free. 10 of Cups. So you start to move into this energy in November where you're also taking tons and tons of weight off your chest and off your back, as the burdens you've carried were never even yours to bear. So with that realization in mind, you're starting to see a total transformation of becoming more and more weightless each and every single day, which is truly going to be quite the liberating feeling. 7 of Swords, I now can acknowledge that, what other people were bringing my way was not necessarily healthy for me, and I absorbed it like a sponge because you are a water sign. Scorpios are very watery, so at the end of the day, you're very empathic, right? People that are very empathic, we can absorb negative energies and positive energies too, but we can absorb energies as a whole like a sponge relatively quickly, even without being aware of it. So you're going to start to become very, very weightless. All these burdens here, they don't haunt you anymore. They don't drag you down because you start to realize they were never mine to bury, or they were never mine, to carry, not to bury, so they were never yours to carry going forward. So you get to release a lot of shit. And I think that this energy of freedom and this energy of feeling so free to be able to enjoy yourself and not care if people try to drag you down is just going to be one of the most liberating feelings you can have here this month. And it's absolutely fantastic. Scorpio, I love this reading for you guys. I really do. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the overall outcome for you, okay? What's going to be the overall outcome here for the zodiac sign of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout November 2022. And what do we have here? We have the Strength card. Heck yeah, dude. I love this for you, baby. You came out stronger. You really did. Strength card is Leo energy. You could have Leo somewhere in your chart. But Scorpio, with the Strength card coming out here for the outcome for you, you have just become incredibly strong, and now you get to show your strength to the world. It's not easy being able to keep your head held high, dealing with all that negative energy being casted upon you. But being able to do it and also do it in style is a completely different story. So Scorps, you're going to keep your head held high this month. I'm happy. Things are looking up for me. Things are working out in my life. And you know what? I don't give a damn who tries to bring me down because they no longer have the power to do so. I'm a strong, powerful freaking person. And you know what? Everybody's going to see it. Oh yeah, Scorpio. Indeed they are. All right? And as I mentioned earlier in the read for you, Scorps, there are things that are definitely looking up here for you this month. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of joy here for you. There's a lot of things in your life I feel that are just becoming more balanced and are looking up for you in general, So don't hold back. If you have opportunities that come in to take your job to the next level, take your relationship to the next level, anything like that, don't hold back. This is going to be the month to take opportunities to further increase your happiness and your contentment, but also to continue to expand in the life that you're creating for yourself. So I just felt the need to say that. Don't ever feel like you need to hold back. If you want to continue building your life and to continue expanding, this is the time to do it, okay? All right, Scorpios, I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the monthly video for November 2022. If you enjoyed this video, definitely consider dropping a like. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. You know, you're more than welcome here to join the Soul family. If you enjoy this channel, come on down and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to never miss when I upload or when I go live. But thank you all so much, man. Really appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your November, and I will catch all my Scorpio peeps in the next video. Much love, Scorpio, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.